Well, hello everyone. My name is Hector Del Castillo, Chief Product Officer at Byond, and I'd like to welcome all of you to today's discussion. Today's topic is 3 secrets to scale your business intelligence or analytics business. And our speaker today is Laurie Wiggins, who is CEO at Byond. Laurie, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. It's a pleasure to be here. Thanks, Hector.
And looking forward to your talk. Thank you very much. So before we get started, I just want to go over some general housekeeping items. First of all participants are in listen only mode. If you're experiencing any audio issues, be sure to refresh your browser. If you're using the client, you might need to, if you have some serious audio issues, you can exit and then come back, and you should be able to do that. Also, submit your questions early. We will do our best to fit them in. We are going to have a brief Q&A at the end of today's session. And so submit your questions early and we'll get to them. Also, we're recording today's discussion, so you will be getting a link where you can view the video replay afterwards. So if you're also on Twitter, you can use the following handles. You can use the @BeyondMA, that is our company's profile. You can also use Laurie's profile, which is Laurie J. Wiggins, or mine, at HM Del Castillo. Those are the handles to use on Twitter. On LinkedIn, you can follow our company page at bit.ly/BeyondMNA. And I will be sending that information also via chat so that you can actually go directly if you want to. Also, I want to give a shout out and special thanks to Scott Taylor, who is actually our video editor and producer. He's actually going to be producing the video playback, and you'll be getting that information. You'll be able to view that. So a shout out and thank you to Scott Taylor. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to Laurie Wiggins, who is CEO at Byond. So Laurie, take it away.
Thank you, Hector. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Let's get started. So, who is this webinar for? It's for CEOs that want to scale their business, CEOs that have a growth mindset, and that those CEOs that want to build an enduring business. In this presentation, you'll learn how to scale up your business growth and what to do today to make it happen. Does this sound like you? You've worked for years to grow your business, but you want it to grow faster. You haven't really been satisfied with the pace of growth. You need to outpace your competition. You want to increase the resilience of your business, or you want to position your company to buy other companies, strengthen it. Today we have nothing for sale. We're doing this to provide value, and if you stick around to the end, we have a useful gift for you. Who are we? As Hector said, I'm the CEO of Byond, and I have over 30 years of experience with technology businesses. I have both the technical end. I've worked in technology businesses as a systems engineer, and now I work with them as a business consultant, and I've been helping businesses grow their revenues since 2010. I really get a kick out of helping CEOs scale their business because I love watching them have more fun building their businesses, and they have more fun when they're doing better, and scaling does that for you when done properly. I am a Virginia Tech graduate, go Hokies, and I love to sing and travel with my husband and family. Allow me to introduce Hector Del Castillo. He too has a long and illustrious career in technology and with technology businesses. And he too enjoys helping CEOs scale their companies or software business. He's a proud UC Santa Barbara and UT El Paso graduate. He's a running man. He loves soccer, walking, and running. Let's talk about growth versus scaling. When you grow your company, your costs basically keep pace with your revenues. And in addition to your initial investment, you'll probably have to make more investments as you go along before you see the fruits of your labor. Whereas when you scale, your revenues outpace your costs many times, say 30 to 50 times. And your initial investment is likely all you'll need to see the benefits. With scaling, you're also looking at increasing your profitability more and sooner. Let's look at the BI and data analytics markets. First, the business intelligence market in 2016 was $17 billion. But by next year, 2021, it's going to grow to 27 billion. And that's a CAGR, a compound annual growth rate of 9.5% year over year, and that's high. You also see that of all the various segments, subsegments of this market, that North America, particularly the United States, is the largest one. That's been true all along and is projected to be true well into the future. This growth is driven by the increasing adoption of cloud, by advanced analytics, and also the adoption of data-driven decision-making by executives across industries, as well as the ever-increasing number of connected IoT devices. Let's take a look at data analytics. The information provided on this chart, as well as the previous one, was provided by markets and markets. So with these bar graphs, you'll see the blue at the bottom, and that is, again, the North American contribution to this global market, which is the largest, and the United States features prominently there. This year, data analytics revenues worldwide are projected to be almost $139 billion. So the data analytics market really dwarfs the BI market. And 5 years from now, in 2025, it is projected to be $229 billion. The CAGR here is even higher than BI at 10.6%. So you're seeing phenomenal growth in both of these markets. And the data analytics growth is also driven by the increase of IoT, as well as the increasing availability of data, and the desire to gain deeper insights from it. Interestingly, it's also driven by increasing government investments. The government deals with mountains of data, particularly our three-letter intelligence agencies. So they are adopting data analytics in combination with other digital technologies. A passing word about data management, data quality, and data integration, which are other aspects of this market. We chose today to focus on data analytics and BI. So let's see how to scale your business. Scaling your business for maximum growth involves excelling in 3 areas: in providing customer value, in achieving collaborator value, and company value. So let's look at each one of these areas in more detail. The first is customer value. And this has to do with the desirability of your products in the eyes of your customer. This is across all of your customer segments. It's about the customer's journey or experience with your company every time they touch you. Are you satisfying all of your customers across all of your customer segments? How do you go about increasing and diversifying your customer base, including putting in place new channels and new distributors? A great example of this is a social media tool that we at Byond use. They have just included a new capability. And this capability enables us to respond automatically across the social media platforms we have a presence on to comments and replies that we get instead of having to go out to each one of them. It saves us time and money, and there was no charge for this additional feature. So, additional usability plus no charge equals additional customer value. These are the key areas you need to look at as far as maximizing your customer value. Next, let's look at collaborator value. What is collaborator value? First, it's your core functions that are non-customer facing. They include design, development, supply chain, logistics, manufacturing, HR, accounting, security, IT, and other critical areas. It's about the methods, the systems, and the tools that are used internally so that these various departments work together or not. It's also about choosing your strategic partners and your suppliers so that they maximize your value proposition, and to the extent you can, making them exclusive to you so that you can exclude your competition. This is a key area, the suppliers and partners, that is, as well as the internal areas, where you can reduce your cost structures over time. Externally, to adjust the payment timing and how payment is made to your partners and your suppliers to benefit you. The idea is that you maximize your operations across all of these areas to maximize your collaborator value. A great example of this is Uber's partnership with Spotify. Uber wanted to increase the use of its app by its riders. So it partnered with Spotify, and although they have different but complementary products, they target the same users. So not only was it a great deal for them, but it also made the Uber riding experience more enjoyable. Let's talk about company value. A growth mindset is key to successful scaling. It begins with the leadership, but it can't end there. Every person in your company needs that growth mindset because they all have a contribution in executing your scaling strategy. You know that old saying, culture eats strategy for lunch. If you don't have everybody on board, your scaling strategy, no matter how good, dies on the vine. If your company needs help to incorporate this growth strategy, there are ways to cultivate that in your teams through time. Another important aspect of company value are inspired employees. Ideally, you want everybody inspired to work with your company, but this is particularly critical for customer-facing employees. We're talking about customer service employees, those in sales and marketing, those that deliver packages to the front stoop, or who are doing the install at your business or at your home. Every time a customer touches you, they have a good experience, and that leads to satisfied and loyal customers. We've all had the experience where we were on the phone or we were talking to somebody over the counter about a product or service that we had questions about or we were having problems with. The person that you're talking to and providing service, are they happy to help? Do they know what they're doing? Or are they having a bad day? They just don't seem that interested in helping you, or they don't know what they're doing. All these experiences leave indelible impressions on you, not only about the person you're dealing with, but the company that they represent. Having an inspired employee work with your customers is a great way of achieving loyal and satisfied customers. Another aspect of achieving high company value is that you're continually looking for ways to increase your customer lifetime value, CLTV. This is characterized by increased spend when your customer does buy from you, as well as buying more frequently when they do buy. Excuse me. This in turn leads to increased shareholder lifetime value, or SLTV. As you're doing these things, you are improving your profitability and therefore the viability of your company. As we wrap up here, in order to exponentially increase your customer growth, you need to maximize your customer value, your collaborator value, and your company value in order to achieve your unique value proposition and speed ahead of your competition. Here's how you can scale your business. Here's the hard way. You can become a scaling expert yourself. You can attend webinars, seminars, conferences, read books, and hire expensive consultants. Or the easy way, follow our methodology and framework to maximally grow your business. But more about that in a minute. Let's review what I promised you today, how to scale up your business growth, and what to do today to make it happen. Here's how we can help. On a short call, I want to help you clarify 3 things. How much work it'll take to scale your business, assess your readiness to scale, and to set up a process to scale quickly. Spaces are limited, so please make a free appointment at bit.ly/BeyondAPPT. Send us days and times that you are available, and we'll send you a Zoom link and have a short conversation, complimentary, of course. Hector, if you can put that up on the chat so that everybody has that. Thank you. Lastly, we're planning on having a scaling business seminar this fall, workshop, and please email us at solutions@beyondma.com for more information and to make sure you're on our email list for that workshop. And that too is going up in the chat window. That's the end of our presentation for today. So now let's have some questions. Back to you, Hector.
Thank you so much, Laurie, and thank you for this great discussion. If you can go to the next slide, please. And just to let you know, the audience, you can type in your questions, submit them so that we can get to them now. And a little bit more about Byond while we're giving you some time to type in your questions. We believe in making a massive positive impact within any organization. And we focus specifically on fast growth for technology and software companies. And also we help the same technology and software companies figure out how to exit or how to acquire if that is part of your growth or scaling plan. Laurie, one of the questions that I often get is, why is it so important to actually scale your business rather than just focus on growing it?
Scaling your business means you're achieving maximum growth, and you're doing it in a situation where you're going to see profitability much more rapidly. The difference between scaling and growing are the things that you do to grow your company, to scale your company. And those are different than what you do to grow it. Whereas in growing your company, you just keep doing whatever it is you're doing. With scaling, you're going to do things like automate your processes. You have a growth mindset, and so do all of your people. And so you're really focused on maximizing the growth of your company while you are providing maximum value to your customers. So it's a very different approach.
Great, thank you so much. You also spoke earlier about the growth that has been achieved since 2016 till today for anyone that is a business intelligence or analytics platform vendor. What
Yeah.
is the expected growth rate in the next 3 to 5 years for the same industry here in US?
Well, if you look at them together, we're looking at approximately 10% year over year CAGR. And that's huge. It reflects the ever-increasing amount of data that companies generate both internally and that they have access to externally, and the increasing awareness and desire across boardrooms, across many industries, that this data can be mined for those gold nuggets that help you move ahead of your competition and help you run a more profitable enterprise. So that growth is going to continue for numerous years to come.
So is this expected growth rate specifically for business intelligence and analytics companies, or does it include also those that do data management?
Definitely. Data management, data integration, all of the subsectors of this market are going to be carried along. They're very closely related. If you're using a BI tool today and you start to see the insights you can have, then you're probably going to be using data analytics as well to dig deeper and get even more insights. And data management, data analysis, data integration are all very closely related. And so those tools also will help in the quest to get those gold nuggets.
Great. I don't see any more questions, so I'd like to begin wrapping up and also let you know if you have any additional questions or you want to reach out to us, you can actually contact us with the information that we're showing here now, and that is you can either email us or visit our LinkedIn profiles, connect with us. These short URLs that are shown here go directly to our LinkedIn profiles. You can also visit our website at www.byondma.com. So with that, I'd like to close. And Laurie, I want to thank you for a great discussion. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. And audience, thank you so much for joining us. And we look forward to hearing from you soon. Take care. Stay safe.